Hello everybody, I'm Cocricot, and in this video I'm going to make a wonderful rustic house using the Rojiura mod and Cocricot. If you're having trouble installing it, check out my recent guide on how to install the Rojiura mod with Cocricot. Subscribe to my channel as we embark on building this absolutely beautiful house. First, I'm going to put in a sapling with some bone meal, grow up a little tree, and stick in some grass on the other side of the road. Maybe I'm going to add this little cactus as well, because it's beautiful. Great, once I've done that, I'm going to start building the whole place, and it is another level of pain. First, I'm going to get this white joint random stone and build a path leading up to the house. It's not going to be a perfect process. A lot of the problems will occur later, but right now, I'm just enjoying trying out the mod. I'll add a little plant in a pot, and now I can start working on a frame for the door. For that, I'm using this white tile stone that's got brown bricks in it. It's pretty good, it looks very nice. I'm changing a few of the blocks here and there with the white ones too. That way, it looks very expensive. Inside, I'm going to add this light brown plywood, available from Cocricot mod. Many of the other things are available from Rojiura, and yeah, it does look very good. I'm just going to change a few of these out, like I said, with the white ones. Here and there, random, I don't know, I just want it to look like a decent house. Plaster does not look right, but I might use that later to kind of fill in the house and add some warmth. Now I've built a foundation. I've skipped ahead because I don't want to have 2 hours of editing, and I'm just putting those brown poles in before I decide to add the plywood to the house. Good. Once the plywood's in, I'm going to add a little bit of a dirt path around the other side of the house and link it to the front via a little garden as well. So again, I'm just putting these stones in randomly, kind of like that, filling in the areas so it looks like it's been trod on. And I really like the way the textures touch each other. It's brilliant, isn't it? Put a bit there, perfect. So that leads all the way to the front of the house. Now I can start working on adding a wall. The Rojiura mod has these walls. They look pretty good. The other choice is a fence. They call it a stone fence, which is a bit confusing to me. Anyway, I decided to use this one, the stone wall with the watermark. I like those bricks. I go around the entire perimeter of the house, match it up like that, and now I basically build it up using these trees. Sadly, the trees kind of clip and you can see through them a bit, like it's glass. So eventually I have to destroy that tree, especially when I put windows in. It doesn't work. Put in a few bits of bone meal here and there, grow up some of the grass, and now I can put in the doors. That one's not good, but I end up using that one, and at the front I use these brown ones as well. At the front I add a mailbox from the Cocricot, and then this little sweet wall plate. Nice. I put in a few trees here. The trees at the front have no problem except for this one. It doesn't grow. Please grow. Yes, okay, good. This one here, I've got myself a nice natural looking garden, lots and lots of greenery, and I'm just going to remove these flowers. I actually changed them for these ones. These drooping white ones look really good, and these white ones too, they look great. Stick them here and there and everywhere, changing a few of the plants out to make it look good. Now I can start working on the windows. I'm just using a simple brown window frame for that, nothing complex. And one problem I have is the cold. It's a very cold house, so I've decided to add that plaster from before to decorate the inside of the house, just kind of like what you would have in a real house. I went around the whole perimeter of it, and I added in this plaster. Now I'm going to work on the hallway. For the hallway, I'm using this brown stucco pillar and the plaster again. These pillars come in handy because they look good. They change the design of the house a little bit. I put in these archways, and then I put in more of those stucco walls and more archways. Don't worry about that little pointy bit, it will look good later. Now I need to find a place for the staircase, because there are going to be 2 floors to this house. This spiral staircase is really good, but it's not available on the Cocricot mod 1.20, so I have to use it here. And it's brilliant. I would love to have this one in 1.20. Excuse me, it's not 1.20, is it? Because I'm AI. Anyway, I'm going to build this up here, put in a stucco wall. Now I'm going to divide this space off to have some kind of kitchen. So the ground floor is going to have a hallway, a kitchen, a waiting space, which is kind of like a second living room. And then upstairs is going to have all the bedrooms. Here is plenty of space for a kitchen, kind of small, but you know, never mind, it's a rustic design. Add these archways in again, and they will look good when it's filled in. That's the template for the ground floor. It's not too difficult to do. It's an odd shape. That's all I've done, really. Now I'm going to change it up a bit and start plastering the second floor. This takes a long time. It's incredibly boring, and I can't use Axiom mod on version 1.12.2. World Edit is also not very good, I'm sad to say. I don't like it. I much prefer Axiom mod. It has an interface. So I build up all this plaster, and now I'm going to add a few light wells as well. If this was a ground floor mansion, I wouldn't have to do this. But it's a second floor, isn't it? So yeah. As I go in the house, look, you can see I've got this wonderful space now set up to decorate. Looks great. I'm going to have a light well here as well, leading up to the roof. At least I think so. At least I hope so. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Now I'm just going to fill in the rest of the wall, the same as all the way around the house. That's pretty much the first floor complete. Now I'm going to hang in these wonderful rattan lights. Yes, I really like these lights. They're brilliant. At the front of the house, I'm going to add these little chests of drawers, a few bookcases, a chest or something, a medicine chest, bookshelves, which look really good from the Cocricot mod, and a little table with a little coffee table next to it. Here, I'm going to add these things. I don't even know what they are, but they look cool, like a little flower bed, and the paintings look fantastic too. Put some towels on a shelf, baskets here and there, and a little plant next to the front entrance. Going to add this rustic rug, because that's the feel of the house I'm going for. Rustic. Designing these things is actually easier than you think. Once you've built the foundation, you can just fill it in with the things you want. Great. I'm going to have another rattan light there and start decorating the living room now. Put in these rattan lights because, again, they're fantastic. I want to have those in my house. Cool. I have those all over the living room. Put the little rope in and then another one so it offsets them a bit as well. Here, I'm just going to expand the window sizes so it's not touching the walls. This is the living room space. It's going to have a bookcase at the corner like this, and then I'm going to use these half ones. And they look really good. It changes the design. A big one would cover up those books. I don't want that, so I use the half one. The coffee table here takes the painting off the wall. It makes me mad. So I put the painting back and then add an enchantment table, which looks super good. I put this little thing here, a wall clock. Great, a couple of these designs from Cocricot mod. One thing I am sad that it doesn't have is the usual mod GUI tool. I would love that. That would be amazing. In the living room, I'm going to add a few of these carpet blocks, just like this. Not too many, just a few, and it looks great. And then I could put the sofas in, and because it's a rustic house, I'm going to use these old, brown, rustic chairs with a rocking chair as well. The people who live here, because I always like to imagine that, would be like an old couple. I put a coffee cup here, and then I can add the coffee steam. That's brilliant, that is, isn't it? Nice, I put some central heating throughout the house, being careful not to ruin the paintings. I don't want to have another one there because it's just there, look. So I go round, maybe I can put a heater here, that'll do. One near the back entrance, and one in the kitchen space. I don't want to neglect that. Put up a few modern artworks, and then I can put this slipper sofa in, which looks really good, twisted like that. It's kind of like using stairs, isn't it? This is like a waiting area, or a second living room. Cool, put in this rustic rug, put in one of these round rugs, not sure where to put it, I think there. Great, another coffee table with a little milk tea on it, and then I'm just adding details like this little shelf with a book on it, and next to it I'm going to put a laptop, maybe put the laptop here, and then add a chair. Great, that's pretty much the living room complete. So I go around the whole place and add extra little tiny details like a fish tank, jars on the shelf and a wheel on the wall. It's looking good. Then I add some curtains on the walls. You need to use the left one and then the right one, just like that. It's quite easy really, but it doesn't work as effective as I think it does in the usual mod. These frames go at the top of the windows, just like this. Not too much problem so far. Decorating the kitchen was a bit of a nightmare. I couldn't quite select and choose the things I wanted. It didn't really work. I'm happy with the end result. I put a little pineapple on the shelf for some reason. Add a table with a couple of chairs. A croissant. I can't squeeze past those chairs. Usually I would turn them into entities, and I forgot about the apple in this one. Yeah, that looks a pretty good kitchen. Add the sink there. Doesn't have any taps though. You can add taps. I completely forgot about those. Add some utensils on the wall. Here, there, and everywhere, wherever I think it would look good. Can't put the kettle because there's a mirror in the way. I forgot about that. Change the slippers here. I made a mistake there. Fill in the hole, put the sandals in. That looks really nice, doesn't it? I'm happy with that. The living room space and the waiting hall and the kitchen is pretty much finished. I decided to add a little bit more of a table here just by putting those ones in and then one of those stools at the end of it. That looks good. It's a shame there isn't a television available actually on the Cocricot mod. That would be cool. Put in a few paintings here and there, a radio, make it look nice and rustic, a little bit oldie-worldy as well. Now I've got to start thinking about putting in the second floor. So I go around at the same process using these brown bricks and those oak things at the side there. Looks good. I go around and pop out the windows for the second floor. Cool. I'm trying to find a way to use this staircase. And yeah, I've got to put in that plaster again. So now I go around the whole building again on the second floor and add all of the plaster. I won't bore you with the details. There's about 4 hours of editing here. This is the final floor plan almost for the second floor. I put in a few of these archways. Not there. One here like that. Good. That's pretty good. I need a space for a bedroom here. There's going to be 3 bedrooms in this place. I'm just trying to figure out where to put the next bedroom. I think I'm going to put it here. I think that's enough space for that. It's like the master bedroom. Cool. Yep. Putting in all the plaster like this, making sure that I don't miss out on any of the details. There's no secret or unique way of doing this. You've just got to build a floor plan that looks good and then just fill it in with the bricks that you think look good. Also consider limiting your color palette. There are a billion blocks available in Minecraft. Don't use them all. Just choose like maybe 12. That's what I've done. I've got a selection of brown ones and it looks good in a rustic house. I'm not changing it up too much with yellow things. You could, but it gets complex, doesn't it? And now I'm going to go around with the central heating on the second floor. This is also pretty cool. I like these radiators, and I do use these in Midsummer City, actually. Where can I put this next radiator? Maybe here? It's not got to be intrusive. That's the plan. Now I can add this little stair railing thing. Looks good, and I'm happy with that. I don't think I need a gate with it. Yeah, it's cool. The staircase doesn't really work, so I put in these shelves, but you plop through. Never mind. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Anyway, that's cool. That's done. You have to pretend. You can sort of sneak on the left. Now I just put in a few more windows, nice thick windows in this house, because it's got the wall and the plaster. Now it's time to put in the toilet, see? There is going to be a toilet on the outside as well, but for now I'm just going to concentrate on the bathroom. Put in this little sink and a few cupboards like that. Pretty good. Put in some towels, different designs and all kinds of things I can think of, like the apple basket. A little window with a curtain in the bathroom, more towels, a few paintings on the wall which look fantastic. I really, really like those. Well, see, that's too big, isn't it? I don't like that one. The menu is obviously not relevant. It would be silly. That's cool. Yeah. Then I just changed this block of plaster to a mirror block. I like the idea of that mirror, but no, mirror block. Look, I can remove the plaster, and it's not actually exposing the outside of the house, because I built it twice thick. Cool, so that's the bathroom facility complete. Looks amazing. Put in a cowhide rug. Yeah, that's really good. This little resting area upstairs on the mezzanine is going to have a few bookcases, and again, those same sofas. I don't want to change it up too much. Put in those half library shelves, because they look really good. And then a little plant pot with some spruce leaves on top. Cool. Now I look for doors. Now Rojiura mod has these fantastic sliding doors. I put in the stucco filler because it's not 3 high, it's like 2.5. Put in the doors and they can slide open like that. And they do look really good, those paper doors. Yeah, there's no problem with them at all. I need those. I need those in Midsummer City. Again, put in the stucco filler and then I can put in these stucco pillars at the side, just like that. Brilliant. This is the bathroom space, so I'm just going to put in that stucco filler again. And here is the balcony on the 3rd bedroom. Stucco filler, a kind of old brown door, but it's going with the brown theme. That's the plan. Put in these half slabs of stucco. I don't really know what stucco is. I guess it's some kind of filling material inside the wood. And then just change it up like this. Put another layer of the stucco there. Then I've realized, actually, you can't use half slabs because you can't put things on it. So what I have to do is go back and change it for big stucco blocks, whatever that is. Cool. That looks good. It's pretty good. I mean, that square thing looks fine. Put a railing in. I tried that one, but this one's better. A nice fence. I kind of want it squarer than that, but it does look good for the balcony. put in a brown table with some chairs, and then move it so I can have this umbrella, which you can kind of grow by putting it on top like that. Then all I need to do is move those chairs, put one here, yep, and then one here. For me, the process is trial and error. There's nothing amazing to it. I just build the things I think look good. Stick on ivy as well, which is from Cocricot mod, and they can grow down. If you put one underneath, you see how it grows like that? Pretty good. You can do the same around the side. Being careful not to put it too close. See, just to put it on the edge there like that. Great. Now I've got a bit of ivy growing on this house. Put this one all the way down, which I have to change later when I add the shop, but not a worry. Now I'm going to frame the windows. I use those things to frame the windows. So let's fill it in with the glass, just like that, nice thick window. Then I put the top bit in. Then I put the bottom bit in here, and then I use these side bits. They can be troublesome. See how that one filled in? You've got to like look at the left bit. Do the same at the bottom. I've removed that tree, which was troublesome. And again, go around all of the windows following the same method. Top, and then bottom, and then sides, just like this. Being careful not to put it in the middle. Side and side. Cool. This is the final window frame. All of the windows have been framed, and it looks good. Now I could either work on the roof or decorate it, so I decided to decorate the bedrooms. I want to have this bedroom first, which I imagine is for one of the teenage occupants. I think that's the best idea. You need the left curtain and then the right curtain. Good. Fill it in with chests. There are no wardrobes that I could find with Cocricot mod, which was a bit weird. You can install McCaw's mod for wardrobes. That would be recommended. Put in one of those carpets, a few chests here and there, books, a painting. Yeah, I really like that room. Then I add sea lanterns to some of the rooms to brighten it up on the floor. Obviously, I'm going to add ceiling lights later, but for now I want to have a few of these little sea lanterns in because they add an extra bit of warmth to this already really bright, warm house. Looks absolutely brilliant. If you're liking this video, subscribe to my channel because I love to build these things. I'm not an architect by trade, I'm a teacher actually, but I would really love to get into architecture, I guess. I like painting, really. I like to make things, and this is my making things time. Yeah, so I put in these little curtains, decorate this master bedroom, which is for an older couple. That's the point. They have a treasure map, little thing in the corner, I guess it's like a little citrus plant, and then I put in a table with a cocktail. For some reason they like to wake up and drink booze. That's great. There, this is the final bedroom, which is for, again, it's going to be a teenage boy who's left home. Maybe he's gone to university or something, that's the plan. Put in the curtains here and here. I have to change that curtain later for a pillow, but there's no problem. Now I'm going to stick in some more of these bookshelves, which look really good. The thick ones and then the thin ones with some more treasure maps. This is a family of explorers. They go on nautical adventures, don't they? I do like that painting of the girl, but I put in a map instead. And then I can put in more bookshelves like this. Then those half ones. And it just really does fit. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Cool. Now I search for something. I'm going to grab a chest. Put the chest on top. It's the treasure house. Yes, it is. That final bedroom is going to have this little ladder that doesn't lead anywhere, but looks absolutely cool. Nice. Now I've got to go and put all this plaster on top and start doing the roof. I did the plaster, and now I'm going to start working on the roof. Again, I'm using Cocricot roofs for this. Usually I would use McCaw's, but I don't have it installed. Not on 1.12.2, it's difficult. Same method applies though. You build the lower one and then you build the upper one. It's not really a lower one and upper one on this. That's a usual mod thing. You just build them in the standard sort of stairs method that you would in standard Minecraft. So here you put one, then you go around to the other side and you put the other one. And then you can build it up like that to make a nice crisp triangle roof. Cool, that's the first one complete. So I go around and change a few of these blocks because I want it to look a little bit more stepping, I guess, a little bit more angled. I change it a bit, put in a few different ones here and there, and it's easy to just pick out the brown blocks now, there's no problem. Stick that one here, all's good. Yeah, maybe I'll just change this one back. Boom. I like that. That looks pretty good. And now I go around the entire second floor and plaster the whole thing. It's a mess, and it's boring to do, but it's very important to do because I've got to get there. And I don't want to show you the details of that. It's just me literally putting a layer of plaster in. Axiom mod would be brilliant for that, wouldn't it? Here, I'm just using more of these tiles. They're from Cocricot. They're nice rustic brown. It says Spanish roof. So they are the Spanish roof tiles. And the tile blocks look good too. I made a mistake there. I made a mistake. Grab the block, put it back, and then put the incline in as well. Fix all the gaps that I make mistakes on, because I often do that. But that's how it is, isn't it? Cool, so that's one side. Go back round the other side and do the same process again. At the front of the house, it's a little different. I had a bit of trouble with this one. Put in these, look. Build up one more layer of those Spanish tiles, like this, and then round the other side too. In the middle, I was confused. What do I do here? What do I do here? There's actually another block you can use. It's called incline odd. So I stick that in, and now I've got that perfect triangle point. Great. Around the side here, look, I just put in those bits, put in 2 more, no problem, and then you can just stick the inclines on. That's good. So I've got like a couple of nested roofs, which is really good. I go around the final bit of the house and stick in more of those incline roofs in the same way that you would with a standard Minecraft build, like using stairs. There's nothing unique and difficult about doing this. You just got to fill in those bits, just like this, not making too many mistakes. Then you can go in using the standard block that you've got here, the Spanish tiles, and then get that odd incline one, and it triangles it nicely. I really like that. It's just a beautiful roof system. Now I go around the entire roof and basically level it off so it looks a bit like this. It's angled. This one's really big, so what I've got to do here is grab the tile piece, then the wall piece, the brown ones with the filler, put those all the way in like that, then remove those bits of Spanish tile, and it should look something like this when it's finished. It's pretty good. I'm happy with that. It took a while to do this, and the roof is very boring to watch, so I don't want to have to do too much roof video, you know? I want to take that out so you can see the build itself. Good. That's the roof pretty much finished all the way around the house. I don't have to do that anymore. I go around and put these drains in. The drains go all the way to the top, just like that, with the top part, the head. Then a couple of these. Now there's a frame in the window in the way, so I can't put one there, so I have to do it like that. So you can imagine that it's the drain. Yeah, it's not a fully functional drain system. I add another one at the back of the house here, link it up with the top bit. Looks absolutely brilliant. I put in one of these gutters as well, like that. Cool, that's done. Probably don't need the gutter, actually, because it's already got one. Kind of, hasn't it? It's got the triangle roof. But they do look good. They add an extra bit of aesthetic to the design. Put this in here, and then the bottom part, the elbow, it says. Okay, fine, an elbow. Cool, so let's go in the house. Looks good. Yeah, I'm really loving that. You see that wall there, the ceiling? This one, I could actually do a bit more. So I'm going to go into the girl's bedroom. Let's see. I'm also going to search for a rattan light for here. And the tall one, they're beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And get a rope as well, because that way you can put the rope in. Let's see where I can put one. I'll put a square one here, illuminate that bit on the hallway, put in the rope above the staircase, and then the rattan tall one just next to it. Now I can go into the girl's bedroom and start working on that sort of attic space. I put in a few more lights, pretty cool. One more here as well. I think that's done. Maybe one in the boys' bedroom, I forgot about that. The sea lantern illuminates enough, but I also want to have one on the ceiling like this. Same for the master bedroom, one here. Not too close to the painting, I feel. Maybe there, and then a long one there. That looks great. It's nicely lit up. They've got the same design all the way through the house. And what a wonderful house this would be to own, wouldn't it? This house would be probably £10 million, or at least 2. This is crazy. But I build these things because it's a dream, isn't it? It's like a little fantasy thing, a fiction. So yeah, I'm going to go back into that bedroom in a minute. I just want to have a look at the lighting. I'm happy with it, really. It does look good. So let's go in this bedroom and sort out this light well. I want the light well to go all the way through the house out to the roof. And it's a bit of a mess to do. And I thought about it and I was thinking, oh, should I do it? I might make a big mess. Pop out these 4. And I'm just going to have a giant stack of glass all the way like that. Pop out the roof. I really don't want to do it. It's one of those things. I'm popping out the roof, making this hole. It's painful. It's painful. So here, look, I'm just going to grab some plaster, put in a bit more plaster here. This is the sort of secret attic space. They could have 2 attics in this house, actually, if you wanted to. I don't think I'm going to do that, but you could easily. Now I'm going to grab a bit more of this glass and fill it in like this. This glass is going to go all the way up. There's no angled glass that I could find. McCaw's has. No, I don't want to pop that one out. That's going outside. Grab the glass here and build a column of it. It might be a bit heavy. If you're going for like super realism, this glass column could be potentially heavy. Chop out that bit. I don't want a chimney of glass. That's weird. And that looks good. I'm happy with that. Build a ladder, chop this bit out, and then put a trapdoor in. And now I've got a bit of attic space I can play with. And that's pretty cool. Yeah, tidy those blocks up that I left from building the roof. Put in some torches to make it light, nice and bright. It's actually a very big space for an attic. Put in a bunch of different random chests. Whoops, I opened that one. Never mind. Put in some ender chests, some maps for secret treasure, because these dudes are explorers, aren't they? Yep, so I'm going to put in a painting here. I kind of like that spooky painting of the girl. That one. Yeah, it's very weird. Put in a table and a chair, maybe a dresser, little tiny box, an antique bell, a bunch of different antiques and things around. Another table, another kind of speaker thing on the floor nobody uses, a bunch of different bookcases with really old books, probably hinting to the fact that these are treasure hunter people. That's the idea. A book on the chest like that, kind of floating, which gives a little bit of mystery, doesn't it? Take away that barrel, it didn't work. Put some antique barrels here and there. Maybe some over here. Probably these guys stole the run, didn't they? Put in a piano that nobody plays. It's a long time ago, isn't it? Nobody plays pianos anymore. Put in a little chair, which is completely wrong, but it kind of works. Put in a log stool and some of these resort stools, which look cool. They call them seagrass ones. I'm also going to add some cobwebs. If you put in 2 cobwebs, you get a little spider look. I think that's fantastic. It looks really good. So obviously it's going to be infested with spiders because nobody goes up there. Why would you? Put in some books, random stuff. Yeah, all kinds of antique, old, rustic stuff nobody cares about. Because that's what an attic's for, isn't it? Here I'm going to put an item frame with some of these pendants in. I thought it was like a little necklace thing, but it's not. It's a spawn egg. Grab a creeper head and a creeper spawn egg, which is this necklace, and just put it there. Look, where can I put the head? Maybe here? No, because it floats. I don't like. So I'm going to put it around the corner, I think, here. That's like a little secret thing. Ooh, there's a creeper head in the attic for some reason. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of the build. It took me a long time to build this, and the editing is insane. Rojiura mod does not allow replay mod, so I have to do it all in first person. And building a roof for 40 minutes and editing that, you know, it's not fun to watch somebody build a roof for 40 minutes. So I had to cut it out, otherwise it's really boring. Put in that painting, great. In the tutorial video, I go around and I actually put pillows on all of the beds because I forgot about that. A little mirror in the bedroom, and all's good. This is the rustic house with Rojiura and Cocricot. If you've liked this video, subscribe to my channel and send me a comment as well. I would really appreciate that you'd like the video as well. Somebody's disliking them for some reason. They're good videos. Also, you know, you can send me a super thanks, and maybe you could support me on Ko-fi. I'm Ixical, and this has been the Rojiura and Cocricot build. It's also available to buy on Ko-fi if you want to, but not the schematic. I'm Ixical, and I'll see you next time.